All right, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, welcome everyone to TNA Wrestling Review. We're tends to giving you TNA Impact results from January 1st, February 1st, 2024. Now it's not January anymore because now we enter to February, which reminds me, I need to check out the update for today's prediction from it tends to Groundhog Day. But nevertheless, I'll do that later. But for now, folks, um, so yeah, it's the natural born thriller here. As I get ready to do this for you folks. Now, yesterday, um, well, I can't really explain it from one of the Beanie Sun episodes that if I was going to be doing a TNA wrestling review, I was going to do it on a Friday morning. Um, Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Which, as you can see right now, is Friday evening as I'm doing this. And again, the reason I was going to do it on a Friday, in the morning, is because originally, Miss Rick and Jay planned on doing the Asylum episode, where things talking about the whole allegations about Vince McMahon, and we will do that, by the way. That's going to be later on tonight. Um, Basically, he asked the Asylum members, the panels, and the Asylum members, I should say, not panel, because a panel is when you're doing a show and you got a list of panels doing this. So, basically, you're asking the members, I should say, um, if you want if you want to do it, on another day. And I was the first response to that, and I said, yeah, I basically said yes, please. And the reason why I, you know, call that out, because ultimately I want to be part of that, obviously. Um, you know, Minus the other thing that I was a part of, pertains to talking about something that I really don't care about talking about. And it's not important to talk about either way. But then again, we we live, or should I say, he live rent free in our minds. I'm pretty sure with his giant dildo, he feels that way. But anyways, um, but anyways, we decided to reschedule. You know, And also, I let him know my reason why I wanted to reschedule was because mentally and physically and my mind wasn't prepared to do so. I'm not gonna mention why. It's personal. Nothing too serious, but um, it's one of those things that I was not having one of those days. So um, even if I did have one of those days, I would try to make the best of it. But I had the things that I had with me, to make sure that didn't happen. So it's unfortunate. But anyway, the rest of the members agree to do it another time. I guess that day wasn't really the time to really do it anyway. So especially coming from me as well, So here we are. Um, and then I was gonna do it on the morning, but I was just too tired. I had to get up early, just to get to where I gotta be, and never didn't get a chance to watch TNA until I did like earlier. After my long nap, by the way, 'cause I was just so out of it, and everything's better now. Excuse me. Sorry to do that. Um, just gotta take care of something right now, folks. Just give me a moment. I promise I'll be back. Okay, hopefully I got that out of my system. I just hope so. Um, so yeah, folks. So let's before I get to the review itself, pertains to TNA Impact. I want to do something different here. Before I mean, I may have done some of this before during the reviews in the past, but I digress. I don't recall if I did so or not. But um, if you see the thumbnail of this episode itself, there's a logo there, and I'm gonna showcase that logo once I get a chance to do this. There we go. Ain't perfect, but hey, is my point will come across for this. And I'm gonna stay with this avatar until I'm done. This hopefully it won't take long, by the way, folks. So here we go. As you can see here, folks, it's the logo of TNA Wrestling. Not just any logo of TNA Wrestling, but something pertains to upgrading. It pertains to an upgrading their sites. Which I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Before TNA Wrestling pertains to what's called being Impact Wrestling. They had a website. Or should I say an app. Yeah, it's the best way to say it. But it's considered a website too, but most likely an app pertains to streaming of shows, pertains to archives, vintage stuff and classic stuff, um, hidden gems, and pertains to latest things that talks about, and some things are not televised. So if you remember the app itself, Impact Plus, that was the thing at the time for Impact Wrestling, and those it's basically it's like its own version of the WWE network. It's something that AW is trying to do right now. It tends to having their own streaming service, and hopefully that does come pretty soon for AW. But also we're changing New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. With their NJPW World, which at one point they once called it New Japan World, but they decided to go with the initials of NJPW World. And again, it's the best streaming service to watch wrestling, from the past, present, even just to live streaming. Uh, so with TNA Impact Plus, I mean with Impact Plus, I should say, with Impact Plus, that was the thing during those times. Where it tends to shows like Sacrifice, um, Emergence, No Surrender. Trying to remember some of them they done as well, but yeah, I get the picture. Well, those shows that are not pay-per-views, but they're considered as pay-per-views, but tends to special shows that they do that's that doesn't go on uh what's it called now? It's not called Fight TV anymore. It's called what? Triller TV. So so it's now called TNA Plus now. That's basically the point I'm trying to come across here now. From Impact Plus, ever since coming back to the name of TNA Wrestling, now it's TNA Plus. Same thing, you catch anything you want on there. Which, by the way, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to explore it right now, folks. So as I open up a new tablet here, I'm still here with you. I'm going to type in TNA Plus, and that's another thing. You got to type in TNA and then the sign plus, not spelling the word plus. You have to type in the sign. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So here we go. Yeah, it used to be called TNA. I mean, it used to be called Impact Plus, but now it's called TNA Plus. And obviously, it still goes by the app. You can still download the app. And so far, what I'm seeing here, over 1.7 thousand downloads so far. That's pretty cool. Now I'm about to go to the homepage of this TNA Plus, And the upcoming show that they're going to be doing on February 23rd, 2023. I mean, 2024, excuse me. But damn, so far I'm botching. But anyways, so yeah, folks, TNA No Surrender on February 23rd, 2024. And also they also showing me some other things here, like TNA Impact, I should say, pertains to last night's show on February 4th, February 1st, 2024. And also they also do the show's Explosion. Which most, yeah, that's right. The shows that they used to do before, what TNA was the thing was TNA Explosion, and now with TNA Wrestling being back now, and I don't know if they also do explosions during the Impact Wrestling era as well. I don't recall. I'm pretty sure they have, but don't quote me on that. But it's back. But it's back now being TNA. Which is why we got Explosion back. And apparently this one's already been in progress, because it says February 2nd, 2024, which is today. Today is February 2nd, which is Groundhog's Day. But yeah, so you got some shows that's up and coming here, like No Surrender. You got Sacrifice coming up as well. That's gonna be next month, in March 8th, 2024. Trying to see if there's anything else here that has been announced. No, not as of right now. Just the ones that are live and upcoming will be No Surrender 2024 and Sacrifice 2024. And you can see, and also here, what I'm seeing here, is feature series here. Feature series, like for example, you go to Impact. I'm pretty sure that pertains to the show of Impact. During the days of TNA and Impact Wrestling. And yeah, so far that's what I'm seeing right now in 2024. That's what it looks like right now. And we also got some in 2023 as well. So yeah, so I am right. Obviously, of course I'm right. Because it's the same show. Except it's always been called Impact. Even without the word wrestling in there. Even without the initials of TNA Wrestling, it was always an Impact show. But yeah, but it's all the Impact shows, that start from 2004 to the present. And yeah, I can see a lot of them here. A lot of them, folks. Oh man, I see one more Kurt Angle versus MVP here. Oh, they're face to face. I see EC3, familiar face here. Old school Eddie Edwards when he was when he was just known as just a wrestler, and not portraying as a different type of character that we see right now. And then we got Johnny Impact, aka Johnny B Trash. Yeah, remember those days? On Mr. Green Jay's channel. Also, you also have Explosion here, not just with the current days, but also the past days. And okay, yeah, they have been still doing Explosion, during the Impact Wrestling era. I see one in 2021, so yeah, they have been doing that too. I just haven't been paying attention to it. So, but the other one here, obviously, pay-per-views. Pay-per-views in the likes of Hard to Kill, which is 2024, the 2024 where we had, which that was the official return of TNA Wrestling. Not to mention on last year's Hard to Kill of 2023, Jordynne Grace versus Mickie James. You also got pay-per-views that are not pay-per-views, but are being treated like pay-per-views, like the Multiverse. Rebellion is a pay-per-view, obviously. Summerversary, one of their old school pay-per-views. Bound for Glory, obviously, is basically their WrestleMania. A multi-matches, I mean, a multiverse of matches, I should say. That's what it's called. And then that's when they that was when they that was in 2022 when they first started calling it multiverse of matches, and then later on they called it the multiverse. Multiverse United, I should say. And obviously you got some other um pay-per-views like Impact Wrestling's Homecoming from 2019. United We Stand, same year, 2019. Um, and then, it goes on and on from there. Redemption was one of the pay-per-views back in 2018 when Pentagon Jr. was there, who's now called Penta El Zero Miedo. And obviously you got other pay-per-views, from the past, from the old days of TNA wrestling, like Genesis. And Genesis is not one of the big pay-per-views anymore, but it's one of the special events that they do now. Um, Lockdown, you know, is one of the pay-per-views that was going to bring back, by the way, but then all of a sudden, we went to lockdown. Literally, we actually literally went to lockdown against all odds. It also was a big one of those big pay-per-views during the time in TNA, but now it's being treated like a pay-per-view for one of the shows that could be aired on TNA Plus now, because and originally used to be plugged on Impact Plus. Even Hard Justice, was a pay-per-view as well. And you also have exclusive events and the Asylum years, because they were in the Asylum. I'm pretty sure that's why Miss Rick and Jay came up with the name of why they called the Asylum in the first place. It's because of TNA Wrestling. So TNA Wrestling basically influenced them. Basically influenced Miss Rick and Jay of the group they're called the Asylum, because TNA Wrestling came from the Asylum days. And before they started going big in in other uh things as well. And also, like, we used to get I don't know if it is still doing the before the Impact thing. It also got Impact in 60, and you got Retro Review. Let me see what they're doing here with this before the Impact stuff. Um no, they haven't done one since 2023. So I guess that's the end of that. I think it's pretty much the end of that before the Impact stuff, because they started doing that since 2021. Okay, so it's been a long time. They've been doing this whole thing until they stopped doing it in 2023. Because I don't see nothing about 2024. So I don't know. I don't know, but I digress. Oh yeah, but here we got more here. More future collections here. Asami Years, Bad Blood, AJ Styles, Best Finishers, and that's pretty much it there. Um, Now I don't have the deal of it, but because right now, um, my finance is not doing well so far, and I got my W-2 form, but I haven't gotten through that yet, and that's the reason why. But I'm not gonna get into that as well. But there you go, folks. That's basically the gist of it pertains to TNA Plus. Now, if you all excuse me, I'm gonna take a little hiatus for just for a few seconds until I get things a little you know done here. But in the meantime, listen to this music here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. Now, um, one more thing about TNA Plus, but TNA Plus before when it was Impact Plus, I remember it used to be $7.99 or maybe it was $6.99 at the time, but now they pushed it up And they decided to charge, for those that want, this this app, to be have this account, to have the full the whole the whole I guess someone's at the door. Probably my uncle, because I'll leave my brother. My brother's probably still at work. Sorry, folks, about that noise. My dog. We can do. All dogs like that, but um, but yeah. Okay, now let's get back to this now. So about so I was gonna say, TNA Plus, what tends to when it was called Impact Plus, it was $6.99 or $7.99 at the time, whatever. And now it's because of TNA Plus, and now I don't know if they changed it before. TNA is coming back, but either way, ever since TNA is back, and also the price is now $9.99. Thinking the WWE now, with the whole $9.99 stuff that WWE used to do back in 2014. $9.99, $9.99. But I digress. But yeah, folks, but TNA Plus is $9.99, and that's what they do with pay-per-views. They also do pay-per-views on Triller TV, which Triller TV will cost you a lot more. But if you subscribe to TNA Plus and purchase the amount of $9.99, you watch pay-per-views on there too, for more cheaper. But there you go, folks. That's what I want to say from there. All right, folks. Now, with that being said, let me switch gears here, because right now it's time to switch gears, and we got to talk about TNA Impact, the show from February 2nd, 2023. Crap, it's 2024. TNA Impact from February 2nd, 2024. There we go. And folks, I'm gonna stay off of the camera. I'm gonna just stick around on here, because right now my other device is not, working. I don't know why. Don't know why. It's all of a sudden now it's start acting like that now. So let me just get rid of it and continue on without that one, so I can look it up here from the one I'm using right now. So yeah, so stick around here, folks, because I'm gonna really talk about the show. Just give me a moment, folks. I'm trying to avoid these um advertisements here. All right, where's the results? Here we go. Okay, now TNA Impact results from February 1st, 2024. Just wanted to say that again, just to correct myself this time. We have Nick Nemeth versus Trey Miguel with Zachary Wentz at ringside, and matches was ended up pretty good. Constant interference from Zachary Wentz, and in the end, and also when they try to cheat again, it backfired, because the referee caught Zachary Wentz pulling the leg of Nick Nemeth, and also he kicks him out, and match went on for about 2 minutes later, and then all of a sudden Nick Nemeth gets the win with a super kick, and he got the win. So Nick Nemeth once again gets a win from another member of the Rascals. And Nick Nemeth gets out of the ring, goes walking up the rampway, panning to the crowds. All of a sudden, Steve Macklin from behind attacks from behind, lays him out, puts him in the ring. Yeah, Trey Miguel's still in the ring, and then Zachary Wentz gets in there to help check on Trey Miguel, and they all took out Nick Nemeth. So I guess now they're forming an alliance here, and we'll get to that later. Um, the design of what's left of them. Diener is talking about to regroup of the design, and then you see Khan, who's unsure of Diener, change this whole thing, and he tells him, the design is dead. And then Diener is trying to take command, and it's like what you said on that, and then Connor is he's grabbing him by the throat, whatever. It's like yeah, look, I'm gonna carve my own path and all that, and he's like, because the design is dead, and then he walks off. Basically, Khan wants to prove that he could be the baddest man in TNA, and we'll get to more of that later. We get Steve Macklin and the Rascals talking about what they did to Nick Nemeth. All of a sudden, they confronted Mike Bailey, who's there, and Steve Macklin says, "Oh, we got better things to do. What to worry about, So let's go." And that was just again. So yeah, I can see that Mike Bailey is going to get involved now. He's probably going to be on alongside with Nick Nemeth against Steve Macklin and the Rascals. So we'll see how that turns out. Um, the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, Decay of Havoc and Rosemary versus Mila Moore and Savannah Thorne. And as you expected, it was a squash, but a fun squash for the for Decay, and they got the win. During the process of this match going on, you did see MK Ultra were backstage watching on, and after the match was over, they panned him again, only for Gina Miller to interview them, who retains to watching the match against the ones that beat basically dethroned them, becoming the new Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. Also, Killer Curry, first Master Senator started talking in Russian, and then Killer Curry started saying that they want a rematch, and all of a sudden, we get Danny Luna, who's being held back by Joey Threat there for a bit because the whole thing happened last week when they were attacked, and basically say that was not cool what happened, and basically they made a match for next week, which is to some Marshall Stemovich versus Danny Luna, and the match is on from that, and there you go. So we're getting a match next week. Already have been announced. The first match is now so far from next week's in TNA's Impact for next week. So now we get to the debut show episode of the Sound Check, hosted by Alan Angels. Special guest, the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander. So the way the setup looks, it was Bush League in a way, but it was supposed to be designed that way. Especially on this one cameraman who's covering the lens at one point. I thought that was hilarious. And it just the whole setup looks. It just looked like it was not was not organized in a way. It was maybe it was kind of organized somewhat, but not the not how any interview show should be organized. But so Josh Alexander coming off after a huge win over Will Ospreay 2 weeks ago that Alan Angels mentioned. He also said that he has sights on reclaiming the TNA World Championship, and Angels accuses Josh Alexander of stepping on toes to get to the top, and calls himself basically calls him, I should say, Alan Angels calls Josh Alexander that he's ungrateful, and then says to he says to Josh Alexander that is not setting a good example to his son, Jack. And then Josh Alexander, okay, he heard enough of this, and he started walking off, and that's how the show ended. So that obviously is going to lead to a match between these two. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good match, obviously. But so far, what they're doing here with Alan Angels, not bad. I like to see more of this. I love how the show was was done. So even though it didn't have the best theme or the best atmosphere of, and the best was the best elegance in a way, how it looks. So speaking of elegance, I don't see it here anywhere, but I'm gonna mention right now. Ash the Elegance. I mean Ash by Elegance, I should say. The former Dana Brooke. They show more of her, potential her, being in, some expensive apartment that she was in, I think it was, or 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 maybe some hotel that she checked in whatever. But she's on a balcony and she sees the city, with bright lights and all that. She's dressed so like she's a movie star, and you know again, being just because she's being presented as a movie star and all that does not mean that she's basically timeless Tony Storm. This is a different type of gimmick that and character that she's portraying as. She's not having that accent. She's not having any black and white scenes. It's not her acting delusional. It's not her acting out of this world. It's just her living the glamorous life, of what a star should look like. That's basically what Jimmy what Dana Brooks' character is, what this Ash by Elegance is. Now, hopefully, when they're done with these vignettes, we can see what what this is going to lead to somewhere down the line with Ashley by Elegance. That's what I'm gonna say from there. But yeah, but no, this is not a ripoff of Tony Storm. Timeless Tony Storm. That's not what it is. I don't know why people thought that was that's what it was. It's because it's not. I don't see it. I don't know what they see, but that's not what I see. I know what I see, and I can tell you right now, I don't see a ripoff of Timeless Tony Storm out of Ash by Elegance. She's not doing the whole thing of chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. Until she does that, then we got something to talk about. So, anyways, Brian Myers versus Kevin Knight. Pretty good match with Brian Myers winning. Yeah, they're making Kevin Knight looking good here in these matches. Even though in defeat, he still looks good. After the match, you had the rest of the system, Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards coming out for Brian Myers to celebrate with him. And we see, Kevin Knight get back on his feet, and then he's surrounded. All of a sudden, Kushida comes out, the mentor of the mentor of Kevin Knight's. I mean Kevin Knight, not Knights. Knight. Kevin Knight. So yeah, Kushida, the mentor comes out for the save, and then that was it. So I'm sure it's gonna be leading to a tag team match next week. I don't know if it is or not. Maybe I said I didn't check on of it, but I digress. But also we get to the X Division champion Chris Sabin being interviewed, only to be interrupted. About on the interviewer, Jim Miller was interviewing him, by the way, but he was being interviewed only to get interrupted from his someone who's challenging for who wants to challenge him for the X Division championship in Mustafa Ali. So the interruption that happened, Mustafa Ali's one of his commercials showed up on the the monitor, and he which tends to who we learn will be arriving in TNA wrestling soon. Basically, the exhibition need could be a better a division with Mustafa Ali being the champion, and that's pretty much it. And I'm like, all right, I would love to see it by the way, and the fact that Mustafa Ali is going to be showing up at TNA Wrestling before showing up to AEW, that's something. So yeah, man, Mustafa Ali, he's making a lot of a great accolades for himself here. Challenging Hiromu Takahashi from New Japan Pro Wrestling, challenging someone from from the House of Glory, I don't remember who it was. That he's gonna be wrestling with against at there. For the next show that they'll do. And now at TNA Wrestling, he's challenging Chris Sabin. Now I don't know if he's gonna do something related to AEW anytime soon, or in AAA or other promotions. But this is great. What Mustafa Ali is doing here. I'm enjoying it. I wish it would they could have done more with that with him in WWE when he was in NXT, but nope, they fired him, so it's their loss. But Chris Sabin vows to prove him wrong. No, I'm sorry. I didn't get to why he's going to prove someone wrong, because the good hand shows up after that. The good hand shows up and basically tells Chris Sabin that Mustafa Ali is going to be the next exhibition champion. Also, Chris Sabin vows to prove one of them wrong. To have a match with one of them, and it's John Skyler of the good hands. So there you go. Match is set for next week as well for that. So finally, we get to hear from Frankie Kazarian of why he did what he did when he turned on Eric Young, and also his words, turn on TNA Wrestling. He says for the last 2 years, which was obviously 2 years ago, he came back and saved this company. He claims to have given more than anyone else, and now it's time to start taking. He intends to become a monster because the hero doesn't succeed, I should say, in the business. He calls Eric Young king of TNA Wrestling, while he was a soldier in the trenches. Promises, to become a king so that people will remember him no matter the cost. And also in his promo, he says something about in the lines of being a decent man in the indecent time. That reminds me of a quote from Harvey Dent, from The Dark Knight. The great movie of all time, in my opinion. And yes, some people say it's overrated because the Heath Ledger's Joker and all that. I know, I get it. I overrate him too. So, but I do understand where people come from with his to the Heath Ledger's Joker being overrated. I mean, can you blame that Heath Ledger's Joker being overrated? Even he was not here to see that happen. I mean, of course people are going to overrate that because it was a masterpiece. It was brilliant. One of the best Joker ever to be produced on the big screen. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. Wish he was still here. So, as Frankie Kazarian was done talking about all this, we see Eric Young watching behind the curtain. He made no move though, and that was it. Makes you think what's the World Class Mania got in mind after doing that. I guess we'll find out soon. We have to wait until it plays out, folks. The system. We're talking about taking care of business. Alex Shirley walks up to Moose and says he's going to get his rematch against the TNA World Champion at No Surrender, and that was it. So yeah, the match is set for no surrender between the two guys. The rematch. I cannot wait. All right, talk about this array about Ash by Elegance, who's undesirable, irresistible, and unforgettable. And she is Ash by Elegance. So there you go. Theater. He goes into the ring. He admits that the group created that he created the design is dead. He tried to to have a vision of what Vibe Design was, and he wanted to create on his own. Also, he gets interrupted by PCO. And so this is what we're gonna do with PCO now. Some guys that'll come out, and then also PCO gets get carted out by mad doctors or mad scientists, whatever, and they bring it back to life, just to squash these guys. He did it with Jay Valdell. I'm assuming that's how you say his name. How you say his name from from the song Entourage, and now he's doing it with Diener. So they had the match, and it was a squash. PCO wins with PCO assault. After the match, Khan attacks PCO takes him down, and then all of a sudden Diener, was being attended by Khan. Khan also turns on Diener by closing him, and then he snaps the neck of Diener. Before doing that, he says, you know, the design is dead when I say it's dead, and then snaps the neck, and then he says now it's dead, and yeah, so I guess Diener's dead. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Um, but PCO he rises back up. And also Khan gets him uh in the iron claw, and then slams him down and continues on pushing the claw onto him, crushing his skull. PCO's trying to fight out of it, but nope. PCO passed out, and that was it. So that's gonna be the feud. PCO versus Kong, where Kong's gonna it's gonna be the monster coming into he's gonna be the new monster basically be pushed in TNA wrestling. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Kong's getting an opportunity that he should have been getting before in WWE as well. It's unfortunate that whoever was who's an agent for him producing his matches they do a great job with him. So okay, we continue more on this AJ Francis and Rich Swann stuff. He asks Ryan for help, if you want to say help and all that, and then Ryan basically tells him to fuck off. Basically, Rich Swann doesn't want to hear any of it from Ace, AJ Francis and all. So I really don't know where they're going with this, folks. To be honest with you, but all I know is that Joel Hendry is going to be somewhere lurking eventually, and then that's gonna be the feud. But for now, AJ Francis still trying to get Rich Swann to some good graces here. Now, folks, we get the behind the scenes with TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace as she competed in the WWE Royal Rumble match for the women's of 2024. And I saw the video package, and I'm like, this was pretty good. It showcased her mom, and by the way, her mom, what the hell? Her mom does not look anything like her mom at all. There was. I'm not talking about a resemblance. I'm talking about which is of her age. She looked. Her mom looks good at her age. Like like wow, my God, her mom looks so beautiful. Oh man. But yeah, but Jordan Grace, is basically just talk about how this whole happened of how she got into this whole removal stuff. Basically, which is Scott Demore saying, "Do you want to compete this weekend?" And then he's like, "Sure." And he's like, "How'd you feel like being in the Rumble?" And like, when you mean the Rumble, like, the Rumble. And then, well, did they ask me to compete? And like, no, but I wanted to know it from you. Basically, I'm pretty sure Scott Demore called her first, saying, 'cause obviously she's the TNA, Knockouts World Champion, and so of course she's going to take the opportunity. And she didn't tell no one. She told no one, not anyone from TNA. Obviously, they kept it a secret. It was the best kept secret. And sure enough, it ended up being the best kept secret after we got to the Royal Rumble. But before we did, again, Jordan Grace and her mom, they're packing up and they get ready to go to um to Florida, where they had the Royal Rumble at, and um she gets there and all. Again, they try to keep it secret, with this whole thing, and also the countdown, and we see reactions from like Gail Kim, um uh, some people that did, YouTube streams, whatever, and can't remember who else. Also, they as well. I can't remember who else, but just oh yeah, Alicia Edwards. She was shocked. You know, and also Tasha Steeles was I'm not talking about her reactions on camera. I'm talking about what I saw on Instagram from Big Swole. Big Swole and Tasha Steeles were there at the Royal Rumble. Not knowing that she was going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm pretty sure they didn't know she was going to be in the Royal Rumble until they were there. To watch Rumble, because it's one. I'm pretty sure. Just like everybody, it's one of their favorite events ever, because it's the Royal Rumble, obviously. And I'm pretty sure they were shocked too when they saw Jordan Grace. Um, Yeah, so Jordynne Grace, yeah, showcased Jordynne Grace and all, and and she loved it by the way, and she was so emotional about it. Um, and another thing too, was very emotional about too was Gail Kim talks about the white strap is being shown on WWE television, the TNA Knockouts World Title, and it was just a good few moment there, folks. It was just great, and I could do I couldn't hold my tears back. I mean I shed tears, but not too much, but like it's a great moment. I kind of wish they could have done the same thing with the men's side too, but maybe next year. Hopefully next year they'll do that. They'll do that for her was the TNA World Champion. All right, but yeah, but I thought it was great. I thought that what they did was a well done video. They did, and it really put over, the Knockouts division. It put over, Jordan Grace. And it also put over TNA. I'm glad that came into fruition. So, here we go. Sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna clear my throat. We checked out an exclusive sit down interview with one of the TNA newest knockouts in the rising star here herself, Sarah Brookside, who was being interviewed by Tom Hennigan. Now again, this was exclusive. They didn't actually show her on the show, but she was being interviewed, and there you go. That was to say. I wish I knew, folks. I didn't see the interview, so what else I didn't see. Oh yeah, I guess I got this wrong too, about me, folks. I thought it was going to Danny Luna, but no, it was actually um Jody Threat. But apparently, I didn't see this part because it was Marshall Slamovich with Kelly at ringside versus Jody Threat with Danny Luna. I didn't see the match because of how I was watching. They didn't show it at all. And I'll be honest with you, folks. They didn't even they didn't even show me the Jordan Grace video either. I had to look it on YouTube just to see it because and I don't blame TNA. It's not TNA. It's not the team. It wasn't a TNA site or anything. It was a wrestling site that download the shows from from the cable television whatever and everything. When it comes to that type of live streaming whatever. I don't blame TNA. I blame those that were in charge of the live streaming that didn't add that in here. So I didn't get to see the match between Marshall Summervision and Joey Dredd. I want to see it because it sounded like it was a good match. Um, and I also want to check out this interview that Cy Brookside had with Tom Hannifin. Um, and apparently I didn't see this. I didn't see this because on there either because apparently the system has attacked Alex Shelley. Oh, I'm sorry, not Alex Shelley. Kushida. I meant to say Kushida got attacked. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see this either. Yeah, again, it's not the fault of TNA. I don't blame TNA. If I was if I had if I went to the right stream service to watch the show, which is the link I should say. If I was on the right link to watch the show, I would never have missed this. I would never have missed Jordan Grace's you know for Rumble appearance. With the whole behind the scenes. I would never have missed the exclusive interview Zaya Brookside. I would never have missed Marshall Sanders versus Joey Threat. I would not have missed this attack either, but Kushida being attacked by the system because that's Alex Shelley's friend there and longtime tag team partner. Potentially being the top splitters. So yeah, I'll blame TNA, folks. I'll make this one thing clear. This is not TNA's doing. I ain't going on TNA's Plus because I don't have money for TNA's Plus right now. Um, I'll have it on my Sling TV because I need to pay my bills for that one. To continue that service. And I didn't get to watch it live, at the time. So you know, it's unfortunate. I didn't get to see it. Well, I'm gonna try to find the right link this time. If I can see, I can see it. I can see the rest of the of those shows. Of those parts of the show, I should say. I already saw the Jordan Grace though. That because I was on YouTube, so that's already been taken care of. But anyways, also I want to mention too, which is No Surrender. No Surrender. Not only Alex Shelley is going to get his rematch against Moose for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, but Jordan Grace will defend her TNA Knockouts World Championship against Giselle Shaw. Because remember, Giselle Shaw, who won the Ultimate X match from the Knockouts to get that right. So she's calling her shot at No Surrender on February 23rd, 2024 on Impact Plus or on Triller TV or retains to YouTube for Ultimate Insiders, which I'm pretty sure you gotta pay for that too. So there you go. All right, well, folks, now it's time for the best of 3 series match 1 for the TNA World Tag Team Championships that will feature the TNA World Tag Team Champions ABC, which is Ace Austin and Chris Bay, and they are the Ace Bay Connection, representing Bullet Club, by the way. They go up against the Rizzo Young Vets and Zach Gibson and James Drake, and a good match. Now, they didn't give away a lot of good spots in the match because they want to save the best for last, which is going to be the third match for it. Because but the first match, it was decent. I thought it was pretty decent, a decent tag team. It really showcased a lot of good tag teams here from both sides. And in the end, as I thought they would do, folks, they was going to get the heels the first win, and they did. So the Grizzle Young Vets get the win after James Drake took his scarf, or I think it was James. I think it was Jack Gibson's scarf. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna wait. I had to wait till for the sirens to pass by. That's why I muted myself. So back to this. So like I was saying before, James Drake grabbed one the scarves that the Grizzly Young Vets had, and choke is awesome with it. And from there, they set up the finishing moves, grit your teeth, which is basically a double code breaker, and they hit it, and they got the win, as I thought they would. I knew that was going to be the finish of the match. I mean, the first thing, the first fall, that's going to go to the heels, because it's for the tag team titles. Of one of the first best of 3 series. So yeah, because you had to win these matches here to officially become the tag team champions. So all the Grizzly Young Vets needs to do is to win one more match. If they can do that, then there's no need to go for the third match because they already got the best of 3 series in the game. I mean, in the bag here, because it's basically a 2 out of 3 falls. That's basically what it is. So all they need is one more win, and if they could get it next week, then that's it. They're the new tag team champions. Then there's no need to to go any further. Now that's not gonna happen though, because next week we're gonna get Ace Bay Connection. They're gonna get the win next week, and they're gonna make it 1-1 piece in the second match of the best of 3 series. And that was the show, folks. That was the main event, and I thought it delivered. Well done. Talking about wrestling for the show so far. Let me double check here. You got Nick Nemeth versus Trey Miguel. You also have Brian Myers versus Kevin Knight. A squash match that really didn't need to be a squash match in PCO versus Diener. Decay went up against these jobbers, which That was a better squash. That was a better squash match than the squash match we had from earlier. But let me just double check the counting of the matches here, just in case. Six matches, folks. That's the Talking About Wrestling that we had on TNA Impact on February 2nd, 2024. And I will check out that one match that I missed, and I'm gonna check out the other two things that I missed as well. Now, it was an attack on Kushida. I still want to see how that attack looked like, and I want to see what the interview was between with Cyborg's side with Tom Hennigan interviewing her. All right, and my overall stream for the show. The show got a little better this week than last week. Last week was good too, but this one got a little bit better. So I'm gonna go with 6.5 out of 10. With that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. Let me put myself back on camera now, since you know there here I am. So thank you all for watching, folks, for this natural born thriller. As I say, peace on the streets, all you be well. Stay safe. Take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world. And that's it. I'm out here to talk for now. As I bid you all in adieu with a little goodbye and good night. Bang. K Omega, get better, please. Take care of yourself. I heard reports that you did not get the surgery done with your diverticulitis. Come on, that's nothing to be messed with. Get it done and recover and come back as fast as you can. With your recovery. Not that makes any difference, because AEW's attendance is not doing well anyway, which is to your weekly show. So, but the point is, get it done, Ken Omega. We're all thinking of you. Come back soon. And also, CM Punk, best wishes to you of your trap set. Hope you get that done, and hopefully you come back soon as well. I still think in my mind that you're probably going to make it to WrestleMania against Drew McIntyre. I don't know if that's going to be the case. After hearing about these reports, but I guess we'll find out how it is. I mean, look at Charlotte Flair, for example. Look at Charlotte Flair. Even though she had her surgery, she's back in the gym. Doing trying to to recover really quickly and rehab. So like she's trying to make it back into WrestleMania. Like that's ridiculous. She's on her feet. She's walking. I don't know. I didn't see no crutches or in there of any kind. Like man, she's got to be a cyborg, man. But anyways, I digress. But folks, there you go, folks. Until next time, which you'll see me later on tonight on the Asylum with Mr. Brick and J21 and others, pertains to the whole this man stuff. You think I was done talking about this man here before? Just wait. But anyways, until next time, folks, take care of yourselves and each other. What pertains to this TNA Wrestling Review, obviously, I'll do one next week. Obviously. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and God bless.